Good to see you again, Dolphins fans. It's been a while. Free agency is now behind us. The draft is over and the NFL's short off season is nearing its quietest time of the year. But there's a little bit of good news for those craving constant action. The Dolphins will be back on the football field on a few occasions over the next several weeks for organized team activities. I'm Jeff Darlington with the Miami Herald, and I'm here today to give you a rundown of what to expect from the coming weeks. The Dolphins will conduct OTAs on 4 occasions in May and 7 more times in June. They'll also have a mini camp which I'll be attending on May 28th through 30th. And since this year has caused some major changes within the organization, let's go ahead and run down 5 of the biggest factors that will be worth noting in the future. And first and foremost, the Brandon Marshall era has begun. And since I've been covering this team, I've yet to see a specimen as superior as Marshall up close in person, which is no surprise to anyone who has seen him play in the past. But I've got some other good news to report to you. Marshall has been gelling perfectly with his Dolphins teammates. His transition to South Florida has been seamless, and he's been very respectful from what I'm told to everyone around him, and he's now earned the respect of others in the process. Now though, we'll finally get to see how he interacts with quarterback Chad Henne. Speaking of Henne, he brings me to my second point of emphasis. The third-year quarterback is entering his first offseason as the team's starting quarterback. And it's his job and it's his team, and now it's also his turn to show it. It will be very important for Henne to become a vocal leader of the squad, something he's yet to fully embrace to this point. Now, he's perfectly capable of doing so, but he simply hasn't been in a position to do so during his first 2 off seasons. Now it's his opportunity and it's his responsibility. We'll stay on the offensive side of the football for just a little bit longer, specifically regarding running back Ronnie Brown. I do not expect to see Brown participating in the next several workouts as he continues to rehabilitate his fractured foot, but I don't necessarily think that's the indication of his potential or his ability in 2010. He's still conditioning, still lifting weights, and still participating in an off-season program that could give him the potential to keep him healthier next season. So while it's worth keeping an eye on Ronnie's progress, don't be alarmed if he's not on the field just yet. Now let's flip over to the defensive side of the ball for our final 2 factors to watch. We're going to get our first extensive look as Randy Starks transitioned from defensive end to nose tackle. Starks thrived at D-end last year, but he says he's very comfortable on the inside too. Don't expect Starks to simply serve in a role similar to Jason Ferguson. Instead, you're going to see Starks serve as the key to a newly transformed defense that will have more defensive penetration from the interior of the line. And finally, for our 5th factor to watch, be sure to keep an eye on those Dolphins rookies. The Dolphins hope to get extensive playing time from 3 or 4 players in the newest class on defense, which means their ability to adjust to the speed of the veterans is going to be critical to their development. These practices are the first opportunity to see how they'll progress before the start of training camp, so pay very close attention to them as well. So now you know what to look for as the Dolphins prepare for their off-season training activities. Be sure to check back here at MiamiHerald.com, where we'll be providing you with all the latest and let you know how each of those 5 factors are progressing. Thanks for stopping by with the Miami Herald. I'm Jeff Darlington.